National Institutes of Health, National Cancer Institute, merging hints data, statistical analysis with missing data.
Welcome back. If you've been following this tutorial series, you've already seen how to merge hints data and perform a quick statistical analysis. In this video, I'll perform a similar analysis and discuss how to manage missing data. Here again is SAS Proc Survey Freak. This is done specifically with survey data that uses some kind of complex sample method like hints. And then under the table statement command, we have two hints variables, one called seek health info and one called chance ask questions. Be sure to put the exact variable names here, not the labels. We're going to basically perform two simple frequencies of these two variables. Of course, typically with SAS, you want to highlight everything, including that last semicolon, and click your Submit button. Now we ran our Proc Survey Freak procedure. Now let's look at the output. As we can see here, we verified a couple of things, such as the number of total observations. We used jackknife replicate weights for our variance estimates. We can see our simple frequencies. Here's the first variable. Have you ever sought health information from any source? Again, that's our seek health info variable. And of course, you can see here simple unweighted frequencies for each of the values, weighted frequencies, standard deviation of that weighted frequency, a weighted percentage, and a standard error of the percentage. And of course, everything adds up to 100. And again, you can see all the variables, all the values here, including the number of respondents who had missing data for this variable. We go to the second variable. We can see this asks how often respondents were given a chance to ask health-related questions. The variable name is chance ask questions. Of course, you can see the same types of results here. There are also references here to missing data, respondents who had missing data for a certain variable. In hints, data may be missing for many reasons. We'll see instances where respondents should have answered the question but didn't. And we'll also see instances where they answered the question but they shouldn't have. In other words, they should have been skipped out of it. Users may want to recode for these missing values to exclude them from analysis. If so, one way would be to recode all negative values of the variables you choose to be system missing before you run Proc Survey Freak. Again, our total adds up to what we'd expect, and you can see the number of missing values. We feel very comfortable that we set this up correctly and that we're able to clearly show very nicely how to do a preliminary analysis using the two merged data sets. And that's it. We demonstrated how to merge hints data sets using two quick statistical analyses. I hope that by learning how to combine multiple hints data sets to compare across iterations for your analyses, you'll be able to make more use of hints data.
U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, National Institutes of Health, National Cancer Institute, cancer.gov, 1-800-4-CANCER, produced October 2018.